I was just going to start my morning lesson when this 11-year-old boy, Valid, came rushing into my classroom. He handed me a note written in broken Swedish. I read, "Good morning, Michael. Valid has a massive fever. Could you please send him back home directly after your micro lesson? He refuses to miss it. Best wishes, Mama Maria." Nice note. I grew up in the northern parts of Sweden, and my dream of becoming a great football player had at least one big problem. Here's a picture from my hometown, the summer of 1974. Luckily, I had another hobby. I was really into nerdy facts. I learned all the capital cities by heart. I even memorized how long my favorite songs were. Beatles' She Loves You. Anyone? 217. Years later, when I became a teacher, one of my main missions was to show my students that knowledge could be fun, knowledge could be cool. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a tough mission. You know, when parents ask their children, "What have you learned today at school?" the most common answer in whole Europe is, "Nothing special." Nothing special? That breaks a teacher's heart. I really wanted to be an inspiring teacher. I tried every trick in the book, but I failed very often. School equals boring. Is that a universal fact? Should I give up? Well, I didn't. But I changed my way of teaching. I wanted to kickstart every morning with a mind-blowing micro lesson about anything. Persons, buildings, places, Rosa Parks or Taj Mahal, as long as it had that wow factor you can't resist. Imagine that you're all in my class. Yeah, everybody. Lucky me. I used 3 steps. Yesterday, I gave you a clue, a teaser, like this one. And I see you all started thinking right now, that was my point. Then, this morning, step number 2, I had my micro lesson, 8 great minutes about, of course, Dr. Martin Luther King. You listened, you learned, you loved it. Then we have a deal. You will all go back home and retell it to someone this afternoon. "Hey, Mama, did you know that Robert Kennedy was speaking at his funeral? And then 2 months later, he also got shot at a hotel and died." Stories with a wow factor. Clue, micro lesson, and then retelling. That was my secret new formula for bringing back the joy in teaching and in learning. I gave it a name. In Sweden, we call it Grej'of the day. Grej'of the day. It's a nice name. It's not gray the color. It's a Swedish word, grej, one thing every day. The kids love it. But I realize when I go outside Sweden, the name is a problem. So I hope you can help me solve that little trouble. But the results of Grej'of the day were amazing. My class transformed. No more nothing special. School became cool. They even called me up on Sundays. "Michael, turn on channel 4. There's a program about Cleopatra." Just, wow, did that happen? And even better, they came back to the classroom with their own new stories to tell, like a step number 4. I remember this guy. He said, you were talking about Nelson Mandela." "Yeah," I said, "of course." I went home and retold it to my parents. My daddy went wild. He searched the closet and found this. And now I saw he had his dad's old original Free Nelson Mandela t-shirt on him from the Wembley concert of 1989. I got the chills. And my class, wow, we want to know more. For every piece of the puzzle I gave to my class, they came back with 2 for me. It was wonderful. And like all good ideas, this one started spreading. First, I took Sweden, teacher by teacher, school by school. And then, well, which country will be next? I'm ready. Because I also have a dream that one day, those micro-lessons, Grej'of the day, will be a natural part of great education all over Europe. Today, I've built Sweden's biggest digital community for teachers, nearly 30,000 teachers in my Facebook group. That's nice. I wrote the book about Grej'of the day. Nice. But even nicer is that Grej'of the day has changed the climate of education in my home country. Keywords like knowledge is cool, learn something new every day, retell and remember has built something that both teachers, parents, students, and politicians love. I hope you can help me spread this love affair. It's cool when school is cool. Much cooler than my old pickup line when I was 11 at the school dance. I was nervous. She was really cute. And I just tried my best fancy imitation. Hello. Do you know the capital city of Botswana? I do. I can tell you, don't try this at home. No response at all. I went back, and then it came, the last song of this dance. And everybody, well, they grabbed the partner and started dancing. Not Micael, 11 years old. I just paralyzed. Hotel California, 6:31 long. Knowledge can be so nerdy. And knowledge can be so cool. So cool, not even a fever in the morning can stop it. And now I'm finished with my micro lesson, 8 great minutes. But you have one thing to do. We have a deal. Step number 3, I want you to go home and retell this to 3 people you love. Thank you very much.